So an old homeless man asked this lady for tea, and it ended up in a 13-part series with a movie being made. I was vlogging, and this homeless man asked me for some tea.
Tea?
Some tea.
Some hot tea?
Some hot tea.
Yeah. From where? I'm walking to Trader Joe's. You want to walk with me?
Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
Oh, way up.
Yeah. Okay. And we can stop by Starbucks or something. Say hi to my TikTok. Alright, so we must have gone to CVS real quick. So we in here. He about to show me where he gotta go. Cause he said he's in pain.
So she takes this man to CVS because he's in pain. She says that he said that he got insurance yesterday, but it takes 45 days for his insurance to be active. Now, after getting the pain medicine, she walks to Starbucks and gets him the tea. Buys the tea that he wants, gives him the tea. He gets exactly what he wants. The thing should be over right there. The man got the tea. He gave him the tea. Well, she proceeds to do a series of events that would lead her to some heartache out this world.
They don't have it, and he's in pain. He literally cannot walk with me. So I told him, like, stay here. I'm going to walk to the other CVS, and I'm going to see if they got it. So I made it to the other CVS, and the guy was so nice. He gave us a heavy discount. He was like, I quite a good discount. And then I'm waiting for his prescription to get refilled. So I got to sit here and wait. Guys,
Okay.
I'm so happy they had his medicine. So I'm on my way to go find him right now.
Now, while she's going to find him, let's think about something, right? What pain medicine was this homeless man getting? All right, we're going to keep moving. Now, she goes off searching for him, looking for him, because he's not in the area of which she left him. She finds him.
All right, so we switch. He's going to push my cart, and then I'm going to take his suitcase.
Aw.
He thought like he's going to go to a church. I said, no, I'm going to get you a hotel room. But I know all these cars looking like, what the hell do they got going on? All right, yo. After an hour, we got Uncle room. Okay, here go your room. Oh, period.
Oh, that's so nice.
Period. Look at I done got you a room and everything. This is your keys,
Look at
Unc. I want you to enjoy yourself. Check out 11 o'clock. Here, give me some money. Okay. You got my number, right? You gonna be good? So,
I love you.
you too, y'all, TikTok. We spent how many hours together, Unc? We spend I haven't eaten all day. I'm hungry. I gotta go back to school. What kind of cancer you got?
Prostate.
Prostate?
Prostate.
Okay. So I got cancer, y'all. I wanted to help him. It was crazy because I was going to get my groceries delivered, and I decided to go on a walk. And you were so nice. All you asked for was tea. You said, can I get some tea?
That's all.
And then you were so kind. I said, no, I want to do more for him. So I'm glad that you allowed me to help you. You were so kind.
Now, I'm going to say this. The only thing this man asked for was some tea. The only thing this man asked for was some tea. She got the hotel on her own. She said he can have fun and do what he wants to. She said that you can have this money. She said you. But everything that he wanted was just some tea. He didn't want to be cut on camera. He didn't want to walk all the way over there. He did it because she was doing more things for him. But the only thing he asked that girl for was some tea. So everything that happens next...
Love you. I just got home.
Love you. You just
spent like 4 or 5 hours with him. I haven't eaten all day. I didn't actually grocery shop. Instead, I wanted to help him. I want to start a GoFundMe for him, y'all. Seriously.
So she got a whole bunch of people to start that GoFundMe. They started that GoFundMe. That GoFundMe took off because that video apparently was so magical. Within a couple of days, the GoFundMe was at 34,000. Then it jumped up to 40,000. Literally 83,000 people, 34 million people saw this video, and they were like, we need to help Unc. We need to help Unc. We need to go ahead and help this man that just asked for some tea. I'm going to keep reiterating the fact that the only thing this man asked for was some tea. And $40,000 in a couple of days, y'all, that 40,000 was 10% of what was raised. Yeah, they raised $400,000 for this old man.
Imagine you innocently posted a video and it ended up getting all this crazy attention that you're not used to. But then you got a lot of people trying to interview you. A lot of local news stations, national shows trying to interview you. It was a lot of people that were coming at me. So if you don't remember, my first news interview I ever did was Fox 5 News.
Okay.
They ended up highlighting the story. It was a good thing. Fast forward, I ended up committing to a TV show that wanted to do my first national interview. A very exciting experience. I went to LA. I filmed the whole day. And they're like, yes, Nye, thank you so much for coming. We're going to air it in a few days. So I was in LA probably for 2 days. When I got back from LA, I literally got a call from the producer. And she was like, hey, are you home? I'm like, no, I'm not home. Okay, give me a call when you make it home. I get home, hop on the phone with her. She's like, we're going to put our show attorney on the line. I'm like, attorney? Fast forward. The attorney hops on the phone and she was like, hey, Sanai, we really appreciate you coming on the show, but unfortunately, we cannot air it due to Alonzo's criminal history. We did some digging and research and we just cannot air it. And I get it. Like, I guess it just doesn't work with their brand. So they no longer aired it. When they told me we cannot air it because of his criminal history, that's when I found out he had a criminal history. And I was caught off guard. Literally, after I got off the phone with the producers of that show, Fox 5 literally calls my phone and he's just like, hey, Sanai, do you have a statement? Are you aware of Alonzo's criminal history? And I'm like, what's going on? I literally just landed back in DC from LA and I'm so confused.
Now, this is after she had already raised about $300, $400 something $1,000 for this homeless man that just asked for some tea.
And the situation went from being positive to negative real quick. My parents didn't feel comfortable with me being in DC by myself with no family out there. So they're like, honestly, either come back home or go to New York like you were originally planning to. So we're going to pause the story here. At this point, when all this was happening, Alonzo has been in his hotel for almost a week. And it was time for him to check out.
You was paying for the hotel?
I happened to get in contact with the Hilton. The Hilton reached out. They're like, hey, we want to help. How can we help? I already told them that he was already placed in a hotel, but it was only for a week. So I asked them if it was okay to switch him to one of their hotels after his reservation ends.
Okay.
Fast forward, current. So, as I'm planning to go back to New York, it's basically almost time for Alonzo to check out. So, obviously, I have no car in DC. One of my friends helped me out. We went to go get Alonzo, check out, grab his stuff, and we switched him from the Holiday Inn, which I placed him in, to the Hilton. So, the Hilton hooked him up. It was a very nice suite. I vlogged it and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in a new hotel. I have a peace of mind that he will be good. And I didn't leave him to New York without making sure that his stay was set. Backstory, once again, y'all remember when I took him to Target and I vlogged it? I spent over $1,000 that day, but $200 out of that $1,000 were Visa gift cards. I already got him clothes, necessities, a stay, a phone up to a year. The only thing he really needs to worry about is what to eat. So that's why I got him the Visa gift cards. I told him, hey, this is for you when you need something to eat. Spend responsibly until we're able to give you your money and work it all out.
So this is a dude that has just gotten $1,000 worth of stuff. And all he asked for was a bottle of tea, some warm tea. So he's going to accept whatever is being given to him. He's going to love this angel. People are saying, hey, you are an angel. You are amazing. And other people are saying, you need to get away from this man. You need to leave him alone. You are putting yourself in a very, 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 very dangerous situation.
Part 4, what happened with Unc. So at this point, I'm in New York. Every day, we'll check in with each other on the phone. Hey, everything's good? Yeah, everything's good. Cool, okay. The 4th day of me being in New York was a Tuesday. I remember we hopped on the phone. We're checking with each other. Hey, everything good? Yeah, everything's good. I'm just doing this and that. Okay, cool. He was telling me how he was working out, like, all this stuff. I'm like, that sounds good. Awesome. We should probably get you on the alkaline diet. Make sure you eat healthier. Oh, yeah. We're going to do that. And then I'm like, also, you need to get your ID. Make sure you get your ID. Go to the church. Because I told him in private, you got to go to this church. They're going to help you apply for your birth certificate, your ID, and your social card.
Okay.
And they'll pay for it. All he had to do was go to the church and apply. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go there. And then after that, towards the end of the call, I'm like, by the way, how much do you have on those cards? Because remember, 4 days ago, it was $180. He says, oh, niece, I didn't want you to be mad at me, but I got $2 on the card. I'm like, damn, we went from $180 to $2? What'd you get? Like, I get it nowadays, like, stuff be costing a lot or whatnot, but this is my own money. I don't have that much of my own money. I'm just in college.
Y'all, what Unc did with that money was diabolical. But you're going to have to come back for part 2. I'm sorry. So Unc, I want some more money. Like, if you can't give me money, there ain't no reason for us to talk for real.
Part 5, what happened with Unc. So, I talked to him that Tuesday. Wednesday comes. I call him. He doesn't pick up. I'm like, okay, maybe he's busy or whatnot. The whole Wednesday goes. He never ended up hitting me back. Thursday comes. I call him a few times. He would not pick up. So I'm like, what's going on? This is unusual because normally he would answer my phone or call me
He
back
love you.
immediately. So at this point, I called the hotel directly. I'm like, hey, can you transfer me to such and such room? Every time they would transfer me, he would not pick up. I would have to call him and be like, hey, have you guys seen him? And they're like, no, we haven't seen him, just whatever. So at this point, I'm stressed. I'm like, I'm all the way in New York, and I don't know if this man is okay. So it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't hear from him, right? Friday comes. The same friend I asked to go get him a gift card ended up not being available until that day. It's like, hey, I'm sorry I got busy with work these past few days. I could go get him a gift card now. How much do you want on it? What kind of gift card? I'm like, oh, hey, go get a Visa gift card. Put $150 on it. I paid for it. I sent my friend the money immediately. My friend goes to his hotel. He's a police officer, so the hotel people already let him up to the room. He goes to the room. The room is neat. He left his phone there according to him. He's like, what you want me to do? You want me to leave the gift card here? Like, what you want? I said, hey, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and leave the gift card there, but write a note telling him to give me a call because I've been trying to get a hold of him. So my friend writes a note. Hey, this is a new gift card. It has $150 on it. Give somebody a call when you can. And my friend leaves the gift card. He took a picture for me to see, and he went on about his business.
Right.
So after that, the rest of Friday, never ended up getting a call from him. Saturday comes, never got a call from him either, and I'm stressed about it.
Where is this man? And on social media, everybody was like, where's Unc? Where's Unc? We gotta find Unc. And they went on a whole search for a homeless man that just wanted some tea.
What happened to part 6? So at this point, I left New York, came back to DC, still have not been in contact with him. I would say 2 days of me being back at home, I get a call from his uncle. Never talked to his man a day in my life. And let's just say his uncle's name James, because I don't want to put real names out there.
Okay.
Uncle James calls me, hey, Sinai, this is Alonzo uncle. So what happened was he broke his phone and he needs a new phone today. I'm like, well, where's Alonzo? He's like, oh, Alonzo's right here. Oh, okay, can I please speak to Alonzo? Sure, no problem, Sinai. As he's passing the phone, Alonzo, they speak in a weird code. It was just like abnormal. I'm like, that sounds like fishy. Instead of just saying, oh, hey, it's niece, hey, it's nice night, it was like, oh, this is like, it was so weird. So when Alonzo hopped on the phone, oh, hey, niece, oh, hey, Unc, I have not talked to you in a week. What's going on? Oh, what happened was when I was washing my clothes, I left the phone in the pocket, and yeah, water damage, so my phone doesn't work anymore. Oh, damn, Unc. Okay, no problem. We'll just probably trade your phone out since it's still under the warranty. I'll be there in a few days to grab the phone. Okay, cool, no problem. Again, I'm checking in. Did you get your ID yet? It's an excuse every time behind the ID. Oh, yeah.
That man ain't want to get that ID. That man had a whole record. I feel like if that man would have got his ID, they would have been like, oh, come here. Let me put you in jail. Obviously, he probably didn't have no warrants, but he probably wasn't supposed to be on the street how he was on the street. And he just wanted to live how he wanted to live. And you telling me, and I'm not saying that Unc was old looking, but Unc's Unc? Unc's Unc? Okay. Huh. So she gets to the place to get the phone. When she gets to the hotel, she's looking around. She's like, oh, wait a minute. What's going on in this hotel? Now, she's saying what's going on in this hotel, in a hotel where she told the man, you can have the fun that you want to have. Do what you want to do in his hotel. So it's his hotel. He can have other people in the hotel because it's his hotel. Right? Or wrong? But she gets in there, she's looking around, and she's peeping a lot.
Oh, this is where hotel is at. Can we stop by and see him real quick? I want you to meet him. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's go. So we go do a random pop-up at Unc's hotel just to stop by and say hello.
Okay.
I go to the front desk. I'm just like, hey, is Unc here? Oh, yeah, he's here. So me and my friend ended up going upstairs to his hotel room, and he's acting completely weird. He's fanning himself. He's just like acting different. Like he's nervous or something. So we're sitting here having a conversation. Keep in mind, the shower is running in the background.
Oh.
I'm thinking, if you're having a conversation with us, why is the shower running in the background? He's like, oh, I'm washing my clothes. But that's not adding up because the hotel staff told me that you will go wash your clothes downstairs and ask them for coins.
Oh.
So I peeped that. And then I'm looking at his kitchen, his fridge. He ran out of groceries. I'm like, hey, do you want to go back to the grocery store while I'm here and you can pick out what you want? Oh, yeah, let's do that. Keep in mind, the shower is still running. I'm like, okay, well, can you go ahead and turn the shower off? Okay, yeah, cool, no problem. Also, I needed to get in contact with his PO because every time I asked about an attorney to help him with his GoFundMe stuff, like helping with the trust and all that,
right,
he said that in order for me to get that information, I had to go to his PO. So I'm like, do I have permission to call the PO and get his information. So I call the PO and I'm like, hey, this is Sanai calling in regards. I got permission to get Alonzo's attorney's information. Is that okay if you could pass that along? Oh, yeah, like, let me do that, such and such. And then the parole officer ends up telling me that he hasn't seen Alonzo in a minute. And I'm thinking, didn't he tell me that he saw him the last time I was here? So, boom, I'm peeping. He lied to me.
That should have been one of the first signs to be like, we need to get out of this situation. Remember I was talking about earlier about how old people was like, hey, this man is like this for a reason. Stop wasting your time on somebody that's like this. Well, everybody wanted to help Unc. Everybody. Literally $400,000, man, for some tea. And he's not even going to see his PO, bro. That's why he didn't get on that show. Yo, they was like, we got to let this whole story go because it just gets worse from here.
What happened to Unc Part 7? So I peeped a lot and I'm just like, okay. So we ended up going downstairs, headed to the grocery store. Keep in mind, he's still on the phone with his parole officer trying to coordinate when they can meet up and do whatever they got to do because that's his business. So as I'm downstairs, one of the hotel staff stops me. Hey, Sanai, can I speak to you for a second? And I'm like, damn, what she gotta speak to me for? I'm getting scared because I don't like that tone.
Yeah.
So Alonzo's on the side, on the phone with his parole officer, taking care of his stuff. And then me and the lady go to the side. She said, hey, I just wanted you to know that I've been gone for a few days, but my coworkers brought it to my attention that he's been bringing somebody to his room, and you should probably check in on that. And I'm like, really?
Now, before we continue, let's go back to the beginning.
This is your keys, Unc. I want you to enjoy yourself. Check.
So she said, enjoy your room, have fun. Now, was that fun for the first day? Was that fun in the case that he actually gets his ID? When did she tell him nobody can be with you? Because I don't remember seeing that at all.
Goes and grabs her coworker. The coworker comes. She said, yeah, he's been bringing somebody pretty much every day for about a month. And I'm like, well, can you describe the person, what they look like? And she's like, I'm not good with none of that. I really can't. She's telling me stuff, but not really telling me stuff. So at this point, I'm just left confused. So I actually ended up realizing I had an appointment and I didn't have enough time to take him to the grocery store.
Could you just ask him?
Me and my friend will be back. I have an appointment. We'll take you to go grocery shopping later if that's okay with you. And you can go take your shower or whatnot. He's like, okay, cool, fine, no problem. We ended up leaving, going to my appointment, took care of my business. When we got done, my friend was like, oh, we got time now. Should we go back and get Unc some groceries? I was like, yeah, let's go do that. So we go back to the hotel. The same two ladies I was telling about, whoever he was bringing to his hotel room was like, oh, no, it's not. If you would have stayed an extra 10 minutes, or if you would have went to the grocery store like you were supposed to, you would have seen who we were talking about. Literally 10 minutes after y'all left, him and that person walked out. And I'm like, really? Then my friend stopped. She's like, that's who was in the shower. That's why the shower was running. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it makes sense why he was acting like that. It was so weird.
Why you
ask
him?
Process everything. And I'm like, wow, like, dang. But keep in mind, like, the ladies that were explaining to me whoever they were bringing to his room were making it seem like it was a bad thing. So in my head, I'm thinking it's a bad thing, you know? So it ended up being super late. I'm like, well, is he here at his hotel room? They're like, no, we could go check. So we went to go check. He wasn't there. There was like stuff all over
room because Unc needed to leave, and they left a note stating, hey, Unc, we're going to be back tomorrow. And then they proceeded to head back tomorrow. And I wanted to say sorry with some sorrow because y'all going to have to come back for part 3.
So I want to take a pause here real quick to explain the GoFundMe stuff so you guys understand why he hasn't been able to touch the money. To sum it up,
she made the GoFundMe in his name. GoFundMe was going to hold the money because being that she made the GoFundMe in his name, there was a lot of people making fake GoFundMes around that time. And Alonzo needed an ID to prove that he was the person that the money was being raised for. GoFundMe was like, no. We can't give it to you because so many people are faking that we will not allow that to happen again. That is the 3-minute video she was about to drop, concise in 30 seconds. Let's get to this next part.
Alright, so tomorrow comes, me and my friend, we get up early in the morning. We're like, no, we're not going to miss him because obviously Unc is on the go. Wherever he be going, whatever he be doing, he's like never at his hotel every time I pull up. So I want to pull up early before he would go. So we go up to the room. We're in the room. He's not there. And it looks like it was in the same condition that I left it the night before when I left him the other note. Like, he probably never even got my previous note of me saying that I was going to come back tomorrow to take him to get the ID. That's why I was so adamant about the ID. If you see my previous video about me explaining why they won't release his funds because he needs an ID.
Yeah.
That's that's why I'm like, at this point, I gotta take him.
You see how I made that so much?
Because he's probably not gonna do it. And he hasn't been doing it. It's been a lie, or who knows? It's been different stories about why he just don't got the freaking ID. So at this point, I'm like, he's not here. Let me just go back downstairs and write him another note. I go downstairs, there's a whole different employee. Hey, can I get a piece of pepper and pen? Yeah, here, no problem. So as I'm writing him a note, the guy stops me. He's like, yeah, are you the person he told me not to let up last week? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, last week he said he was expecting some people and to not let you up. Who? Me, the person whose name is on the room, the person who helped him get the room. I'm the only person that know he stays here. And second, he was expecting me because I told him I would be back to get the phone. So that really did it for me. I'm just like, wow. I'm writing the letter. Hey, we came by to take you grocery shopping. We came by to take you get the ID. I guess you weren't here. Please give me a call when you see this.
So as you can see, Unc just wanted the tea. The money was a good thing too, but he really wasn't even trying to take no steps towards getting it. This man was like, okay, if you're going to give me something that I ain't got to do too much effort for, I'll take it. But like that $400,000, that $400,000, what? You can't tell me she couldn't have been this deep inside of this situation. Not like, I'm going to get a piece of that 400,000. I'm going to keep doing to get a piece of that 400 because you are tripping. You're tripping. And throughout this whole time, right, people was telling her, yo, chill, get out of here. But she was saying, and people were saying that she was an angel sent by God to him, for him. That man didn't want no angel. So from parts 9 to parts 11, pretty much the responsibility for paying for the man's room gets switched to somebody else. She ends up taking a trip to Miami. She comes back from Miami, still hasn't heard from him. This man is just using everybody that is stepping on. But you know what he's not using? He's not using that church. He's not using that church to get him an ID and birth certificate and everything. And he's not getting that $400K. And why? Who knows? Maybe the whole time he just wanted some warm tea.
I don't know what it was for him mentally. I don't know if he's being influenced. I don't know what he's getting to in private. I just know that this is obviously the wrong time. So I said that to say I really did try to help him. I tried to transform his whole life like I envisioned. But sometimes when you want something for somebody, they may not want that for themselves. And I just have to respect him, give him his space. He's grown at the end of the day. And honestly, this doesn't deter me from wanting to help others, which is why I'm still going to do the nonprofit work. But I say, let's just pray for him. I don't know what he's going through, what he has going on. I know that man has my number memorized, so he can call me up if he really wants to.
That's pretty much how the situation ends, right? She goes on to make a GoFundMe. No, somebody else goes on to make a GoFundMe for her and pay off her student debt, which is absolutely amazing and beautiful. But then, you remember that movie thing I was telling you about? Let's look at it and how people are looking at it. Because if you look at it from my point of view, the movie kind of hitting. They made a movie about this, and when she learned about it,
I went and watched it, and that really bothered me.
What happened?
Yes, they've made a movie, and this is where I think that it gets worse. And they're showing her in a very negative light, which I feel is not fair. But at the same time, I feel this would never have happened if she had just listened to her mama.
Because everybody was saying, leave this man alone. When they found out about his past, the moment, the news stations would have been like, yeah, we can't air this man because of what he did. And he wasn't going to see his PO. But he was going to see his PO. He had a PO for a reason. Why? Because he was He was a boxer to people that shouldn't have been in the boxing ring with him. It was pretty bad. But the way they portrayed her in the movie was a lady that saw a man that asked her for some tea. She was already blogging. She was already blogging when he asked her for some tea. And then she proceeded to change her vlog, derail everything about her life to benefit a man that just wanted some tea. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. All the stuff that she was giving, he was like, oh, yeah, I don't have any more. She gave him more. Yo, I love you, niece, because out of everything that I'm doing, which is nothing, you're doing all of this stuff for me. And I don't want to do nothing for myself except for drink my tea. Why would he be mad or have to... I think the fact that he told you not to come up to the room, or that he told them not to come in the room, that's where he was in the wrong negatively. But like, he should be able to have people in his room, because when he was on the streets, he was able to do what he wanted to do. So why would he not want to do what he wants to do when you're taking care of him? Come on now. This whole situation is wild. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think she used him for content? Do y'all think he used her? Do y'all think they were using each other? Do y'all think the people that got their GoFundMe money donated got it back? Because they all did. Everybody did. And some people redonated it back to her for the college loans. I already told y'all, but still. Because after looking at all of this information, that Tubi movie, I'm not going to say was right, but I'm not going to say it was wrong either, because even though that was not your intent, it was the impact. Because the dude just wanted some tea. You didn't have to blog him. You didn't have to put him on camera. You didn't have to have him walk super far in a different direction than where he was standing. And he didn't have to do you wrong. But like, all in all, throughout this whole thing, the only thing he asked you for was some tea. Sometimes you just don't go above and beyond for people that don't want to go above and beyond for themselves. Because all he needed was an ID for 400K. I'm about to stop using any pickup lines. I'm about to just ask, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, can you get me some hot tea? That's it. That's it. Because that's the line to get. What do y'all think about the situation? Y'all think? Let me know. Because, wow.